Back from a break. Welcome back to the Sister Act.
Welcome back, everybody.
Thank you to everybody that commented on our previous episode. I guess reassuring me that I was right to be confused. Like, I didn't want to sound as if I was like upset or I guess trying to put you down in a way, but like you really didn't make sense. And
I was definitely
yeah.
confused.
And then you told me, you're like,
That
no.
it'll make sense.
Yeah, it'll make sense when you edit it. And then I edited it and I was like, no.
No, but you know why I don't make sense.
So
there you go.
For everybody,
that's what I'm saying.
No, I know why because you told me after. But on the episode, it's not clear why you switched.
My friends were very confused. They were messaging me and they were like, we do not understand what you are saying. And so when I told them what I was feeling, basically, they understood then.
Yeah. Just to clear the air, because I don't want you to imagine if that was the first episode you've ever listened to.
I am so sorry.
Can you imagine if like that's their intro to you? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So basically, Nica mid-episode was realizing that she wasn't really okay with sharing her stand and where she stood when it came to splitting the bill, because she's like, teka lang, I'm single, like I don't feel comfortable sharing this. But she realized this
mid-episode. Mid-recording.
Kaya she was like, magulo.
Yeah.
Anyway, now today we have a pretty interesting topic because we did ask you guys to email Bea and Nica tsapodcast@gmail.com. Tama ba?
Yes.
Tama ba?
Tama. Check mo.
Okay.
Remember you.
Bea and Nica tsapodcast@gmail.com. So we have a pretty interesting topic today that Nica wanted to talk about. I kind of shy away from this topic.
I don't know why.
I don't know
why you shy away from this topic, but it needs to be.
I just don't
talked
want.
About.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I know we have a lot of listeners that are mothers. I am a mom, and like I'm a proud mom.
I'm a mommy.
I'm a mamacita.
Mamacita.
I just feel like sometimes there can be, how do I explain this? You know what we go through because you have two older sisters that are moms. There are a lot of people that if you don't have a mom in your friend group, or if you're not a mom, it's very hard to kind of understand the context.
Yeah.
I don't mean naman to say that like, oh, you won't get it until you're a mom. But I mean to say that it's just, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain.
You talking about that is what I think we are going to be talking about today.
Okay, go.
So first we're going to say Justin Bieber released a 21-track album a week ago, and my life has been changed forever. 2025 is just like it's just the best thing that's happened to me this 2025.
It has been some time. It's been 4 years.
4 years.
Released music, and I want to be real with you. I was okay with 2021 album Justice.
How dare you say this to me?
Well, give me a song from 2021.
Girl,
give me a song.
You are the only one I'll ever love. It's
not even. You're not even on the key, Nica.
I am. I'm singing the lower key. Yes, he sings the lower key live.
Okay, calm down, breathe. I was alright with it. I stand by this. I
need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away.
You know what? Maybe I didn't really listen to Justin Bieber in 2021 because I just gave birth. So I have a pass. I had a newborn. I was cut open. So Justin Bieber, I didn't have time. Okay, but this album, I will say, the moment he started singing in Daisies, wow.
Just keep telling
he really is.
Get it.
I love how the internet is kind of coming up with. I can't talk if you're gonna sing.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I love him.
I know you
You
do.
know, somebody on TikTok was like, write your Twitter account was Nika Fab Loves JB.
Yes, it's true. Now,
And yes, it was.
Yes, Nica.
My IG account and my TikTok account was almost going to be Nika Fab Loves JB.
Yeah.
Yes.
For professional reasons, she had to change that. Now, when I heard the track, the first thing I thought to myself was, Justin Bieber really is that guy. He is.
Yes.
Nico was saying we grew up with his voice and that's why we're comforted by it. But I also think it is a quality, like the sound of Justin Bieber's voice has so much swag. And it's such a handsome voice.
It is.
Because he's not cute now anymore, ha? Sorry. Nika, calm down. Put your emotions aside.
Never.
He is not as
I
cutie
am standing
pie.
on business.
He's not as cutie pie. He's always gonna be attractive, but he
is a handsome man.
Nika, I think that's pushing it. Like, I was talking to a friend about it, and it's like, you know what? He's just, he's there. Okay lang. But once he sings, wow.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over. The other day, he was just singing on the balcony wherever he is right now. And he was singing Daisies.
Yeah.
And just to hear his voice live again,
galing.
Let me tell you.
Sobrang galing talaga. Now, I will also say, did you see that clip where they played the acoustic?
Please don't talk about, no way. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about the Coldplay concert.
No, well, wait. They played the acoustic track of the Dijon song. They played the acoustic track during their pregnancy announcement without the lyrics.
Yes.
That's so cute. So
Dijon?
The artist, Nika. He's in the album. Isn't it Dijon? It's not Dijon mustard. Like, it's Dijon.
It really caught me off guard. Sorry.
I am when this episode is uploaded. I don't know when it will be uploaded because I'm gonna be a little busy this weekend. I'm flying to LA. Ooh, cute.
Ooh.
Cute. I haven't been to LA since our trip when we were kids. That's the last time I was
iconic trip.
Yeah, 2004. Yeah, it's been 20 years, like 20 plus years since I've been to LA. Diba? Parang, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember.
LA mismo. Yeah, because like California, we were there last December. So, yeah, that's very exciting. It's I mean,
what are you going for?
I am going to a press junket for Fantastic Four. That's very exciting. I'm praying it goes well. Okay, into our topic.
You mentioned a while ago that
was that in this discussion or the previous one?
I'm not sure.
No, I don't think. I think this is a new recording, so I didn't.
No, remember? And then I said Justin Bieber first.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. This is a
This
great day.
is terrible.
Okay, go.
So you mentioned a while ago that you didn't wanna. It's hard for you to talk about mother topics. Because
I just don't want to exclude anyone.
Okay, well, you know what? There are mothers that need to be included.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes, and they need to be heard and they need to be seen by you.
I don't think
because I am not a mother.
I don't think them, and I don't want to talk about it. I just feel like there's too much. So what exactly?
We're gonna pick at it.
Exactly. What exactly about motherhood? Because if you just talk about motherhood in general, it's like I'm gonna go on and on and on, and it's not like I haven't talked about it. It's just This is good because it's specific. So our listener has chosen to remain anonymous, but Nica, give it to us.
Okay. So I'm a first-time mom to my 1.5-month-old daughter, and I've been really struggling to find other mom friends. In the early postpartum days, I didn't feel the need to join mom groups because my own mom flew in to help my husband and me for the first 3 months. But after she left, I gradually fell into a rut feeling lonely and isolated, and I didn't push myself to get out and meet other moms. Plus, I'm dealing with a very, very colic baby. When I finally worked up the courage, I started attending playgroups and library sessions, but I still found it very hard to connect with anyone. I regret not joining mom groups early on. I feel like I might have found someone on the same wavelength and formed a real friendship. Okay, so she's talking about also she has a great group of friends, but none of them are moms yet. And as much as they try to be supportive, they can't really understand what she's going through. And only moms who have been through it can really get it. So she's asking, can you share how you navigated friendships during this season and any advice on how I can put myself out there and find genuine connections? Making real friends as an adult is tough enough. Doing it as a new mom feels even harder. So, Bea, what do you got to say?
Okay. I want to say thank you for sending that in. Friendship is an interesting topic, and there's a lot of subtopics, and finding new friends when you're an adult is strange.
It's a strange, strange feeling.
It's a strange feeling. I mean, you can relate to this in the sense of entering an event with people that you don't know, and then all of a sudden, biglang may connection kayo.
Yeah.
And then you talk, and then you follow each other online, and then all of a sudden you're friends and you're updated. Like, I think that's a way that you make friends.
Yeah.
In this season of adulthood. But with motherhood, it's interesting that she mentions this, finding friends in motherhood, because in my batch sa radio, there's Kat Salaw, there's Jazz Reyes, there's, a lot of other, I want to even say like the courtside reporters. I was kind of the first mom. I gave birth during the pandemic, and I think a lot of people, because everybody was online, a lot of people were able to follow the story of my pregnancy, my childbirth, Tyler, etc., etc. So when I became a mom, the only one I could really bounce off the experience with was Isa, my sister, our sister, who was already a mom.
Yeah.
And so making new mom friends wasn't really a concern of mine because I had my
Just
sister.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I gave birth during the pandemic. Parang for me, I'm not going out naman, so I think I would just talk to Isa about it. I did give birth.
You had Gab.
I had Gab, and then I think the people that I gave birth the same time with, we kind of talked together.
Yeah.
So I get it. But here's what I will say. She wishes that she went earlier, but I don't think that she needs to worry about that.
But she wasn't ready.
Exactly. She wanted to be with her mother. She wanted to spend time with her mom, and her mom was there for her new grandchild. It's interesting because I actually have a really, really close friend that I met randomly.
I was thinking about that.
You're thinking of Monica, right?
Yes.
So, not to sound like weird or whatever, but I don't think Monica will mind that I share this naman. But Monica found me during the pandemic online.
Yeah,
because
but you had mutual friends and...
Yes, but we had never met. So she found my Instagram because I was like a pregnant woman who was like working out and who was into fitness. And she was running a brand of healthy treats. So I think she was looking for influencers to send food to. And after she found me, parang pinanindigan na niya. She just followed me na. And she's like, she didn't unfollow me na after that.
Yeah.
One day I was at Rockwell. I was literally in Toys R Us with Tyler. And then she walks up to me and she's like, "Oh my God, you're Bea." Like, I can hear her voice. I can hear her. Yeah.
I can hear her.
"Oh my God, you're Bea." And I was a little stressed because bagong ligo ako, and like I was just I just was a mess. And then I was like, yeah. And then she's like, I sent you the food, and I connected. And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, it's Tyler," and she was with her son as well. And it was just so cute. It was so cute. And then she was joking me pa, she wanted to take a picture, and it was like, I was like, "Are you for real?" But anyway, she did take a picture. And then I found her Instagram, and I followed her back because she would message me with the brand's Instagram. So I didn't know her personal Instagram. And when I tell you, we set up a play date,
And you just hit it
the
off.
week after. And I will also tell you that my other friends were kind of like, who is this person? Like stranger danger ba to?
Stranger
And I was like,
danger.
no, I have
No
asked.
alarms
I
were
know
going off.
no alarms were going off. I know where she went to school. I know her batchmates. I know like
Yeah.
this. She's so we're not from the same batch, but we clicked. And
Yeah.
Tyler and her son are a few months apart. And also, I met her. Tyler was 2 years old already. Prior to this random encounter in the mall, I had
Yeah.
no relationship with this woman. Zero.
Yes. Yeah. But after that, you guys were like having regular play
Yes.
dates. You guys would update each other and
And
then
and not just regular play dates. We would go for coffee without our kids
yeah.
while our kids were in school. And
Yes.
she is one of my truest friends that I just met last year.
Yeah.
I can't even I cannot imagine my life now without her. She is like so sweet. I love her so much. And
Same.
yeah, and even you. I wanted you to
Yeah.
meet Monica because I wanted you
Yeah.
because you were also like, who is this new
Yes.
person?
Who are you hanging out with? And like, why are you so close all of a sudden? And then when we met, we just started talking. And I was just like, I feel like this person has been in our lives forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like a real connection.
Yeah. That's when I realized there are really people that you have yet to meet that are going to change your life.
Yeah.
They're gonna change the way you view friendship and the way you I guess it's interesting because with Monica we're catching up on each other's life, like we're making kwenta about our childhood or this or that, and then we're
Yeah.
explaining why we're this way, and it's kind of fresh because hindi niya na witness, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And it's like you're getting to know a person, fresh start, blank slate, and I was just so genuinely interested in hearing what she went through growing up and this and that, because you're two people from different walks of life, but all of a sudden you just get along,
Yeah.
diba? So it truly is amazing, and I think motherhood is what binds that friendship so strongly, and it gives you the grace and patience to listen and to be there for your friend in another way, because you know what that person has been through, or what
Yeah.
that person is going through. So I just want to
Uh,
encourage, yeah, go.
I'll say like from my end, obviously having two sisters that have kids, and in my high school friend group we have one mom, we have one incoming mom. My best friend is currently pregnant, and
Yes.
I just came from a weekend with her at the beach. And
At the beach. Okay,
at the
so
beach,
beach.
okay. And when you say like, mom, I mean, if you haven't been through it, then you really truly don't understand. And I just want to let you know that that's completely valid to say, because again, like I look at my best friend, or I looked at my sisters when they were pregnant, and I could only imagine what they were going through, but I could never really just be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like no matter how much I try to empathize or try to understand, I just can't put myself in your shoes. When people tell me like, oh, when you get pregnant or when you become a mom, you're gonna know everything now because you've been super exposed. I'm like, I
It
don't believe that.
it does help though. It really does help.
It helps, but I don't believe it, because at the end of the day, I don't know what it feels like. I don't know
Yeah,
what it
but
feels like
you'll
to
be more
have to.
equipped. You will be more equipped because
I'm just
Isa
saying.
Isa
Oh,
sharing her
sorry.
experience with me really helped me. So I hope that seeing us, and I think
Yeah.
being so close with Tyler and Isa's kids, I think it is safe to say that you have some experience. You do.
I
You
just
have
mean. I
experience with
just. I just
children.
mean. I just mean with your body.
Oh yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean?
No,
Like
it's
I
the
don't.
body, it's the mind.
I was, when Lexi was talking to me about her symptoms, or she's in her third trimester. She's literally in the last leg of it, and she's just telling me like, "Ooh, I'm tired." And that's a tired that I don't understand until I'm actually there. You know what I mean? And she's like, I'm uncomfortable. And I'm just looking at her and I'm like, how can I help you or how can I
Wala.
understand?
It's a
There's
load
nothing you
that you
can
can't
do.
carry. You just have
And you
to
feel
just
so
hold,
helpless as
yeah,
a friend.
hold their hand. When you're
Yeah,
pregnant, you feel helpless also because there's not much you can do.
that's
You
true.
just
There's
gotta
nothing you
like
can do.
let that baby grow, make sure that baby's
Yeah.
healthy, try not to stress so much. I think for me, when it comes to finding friends as a mom, what I've learned from discussions with other moms is that don't be afraid to say hi and just talk. Another person I'm remembering is Katya.
Yeah.
Katya Barbers. Okay, Katya Rodriguez. I've known this person for years. Like
Yeah.
a decade. We're in the same, she's a model, she's a beautiful mother of two, and we have been circling in the same kind of events, but we never spoke. We
Yeah.
never spoke. Like she was there in another table, I was in another table, and then
Yeah.
one day I saw her on Tyler's first birthday. She was with Rachel Peters, and we were all in an indoor playground.
Yeah.
I love that indoor playground. But anyway, and we just started talking. And then the next
Yeah.
thing you know, we were in a swimming class with our 1 year olds, and then we
Yeah.
were the best of friends. Like we could not stop yapping about motherhood. For me, everything was an accident, but
Yeah.
when I was presented with the opportunity to talk to other moms, I didn't shy away.
Hesitate.
Yes, I didn't
Yeah.
hesitate. I think that's what's
Yeah.
important. Looking and going out and finding like, oh, where am I going to meet these moms?
Yeah.
It's hard. I understand. It's tough. And, me myself here, I actually made a friend here in the States at the zoo. And
Yeah.
in the beginning I was like, ano ba to? Like she was like, "Oh, do you want to exchange numbers?" And I was like, at first I didn't. But she was telling me where she works and whatever. And I was like, di naman siguro siya scammer, diba? And she's not. She's a sweetheart.
Yes, of
But,
course.
and there
But
was,
those are your initial thoughts of
because of
obviously,
course, it's a
you know.
stranger. But that's what I realized about all the new mom friends that I made. It's when the opportunity was presented to talk to another mom, whether
Yeah.
or not I knew that person or kilala ko dati pero hindi kami magkaibigan, I
Yeah.
just would ask about their
Yeah.
experience, their birthing experience, their pregnancy, and I just listened. I think that's what it
Yeah.
is. And that's how I was able to create meaningful connections with those mothers, is that I
Yeah.
listened to them. And what I also understood from listening to them was it's so different from what they present online.
Oh yeah.
Super
Definitely.
mega different. So
Yeah.
you really don't know a person from what you see online. So
Definitely
I don't
not.
think Katya will mind me sharing this also, because I remember Katya is such a strong, amazing mom. She gave birth without anesthesia, and she did a
Yeah.
water birth. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And I remember
Yeah.
when she was telling me that, I remember seeing the post. And I remember
Yeah.
thinking about the post and how I felt when I saw the post, because I was emergency CS. And there's like this weird thing about like how you gave birth, if it's CS or normal or whatever. It's like you have this weird pressure on yourself. And it was weird because when I remember reading her post that she gave birth via water birth, parang I was making a narrative of who she was as a mom, but I had never even talked to her as a mom yet. Does that make sense? And so when I
Right.
started to talk to her, I was just like making stuff up about this person in my head.
Yeah.
Like you're kind of forming an opinion about somebody based on a
Yes.
post.
Yes.
And when I started to get to know her as a mom, I was like, wow, she's, one post is truly not enough to describe a
Humbled.
person. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
I didn't think of her negatively. It was just more of
Yeah.
like, I told this naman to her face that I remember seeing her post, and when I started talking to her, I realized that I was the one who had a problem. Parang ako pala yung insecure about my emergency CS
Right.
birth. Does that make sense? Parang I felt like I
Yeah.
had to justify why it was emergency CS and not just be like, I needed to do this, period.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's what really helped me. And I think if you're listening to this and you don't know where to begin, sometimes you just need to show up, play
Yeah.
dates, whether it's school, whether, I don't know, if it's
Whether
play
it's
school,
awkward a little bit at
it's
first.
play school. Sometimes your babies will play with each other, and then you're like, kakausapin ko ba to? And I'm like, you
Yeah.
just have to. You have to talk. Diba? Just
Yeah.
to acknowledge.
And also, like, if a person is also closed off, you understand. You know what I mean? You know where they're coming from because you yourself are there. And so I think it's just like, I guess, like, be patient with it, right? Like, it could be your kids, it could be awkward for the first one or two dates. And then, like, maybe when you're like ready to share about your journey or what your kid is doing at this moment, or, you know what I mean?
Yes. Kasi nakakahiya din sometimes when there's behavior that you're not super proud about. And then when
Yeah.
you open up about that, pinagdadaanan din pala nila. So,
Yes.
it is a matter of balancing. It's a balancing act whether I guess whether you're going to let that person in your life and whether you're going to share. Diba? I understand oversharing and overthinking after social interactions is such a thing. You know how you
Yeah.
come home from something and you're just like, I just
Why did I share
shared,
that with this
yeah,
person?
why? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I think being vulnerable and this podcast is an example of that. Sometimes I'm like, why did we upload that? Why did we talk about that?
Yeah.
And time again, we're proven wrong because people have messaged and people share that I'm so thankful that you shared that, or I'm thankful I
Yeah.
heard that because that's what I needed to hear at this time. And I think it's the same with motherhood.
I mean, what I will say is that, I mean, I'm not a mom, but you really just have to be brave. Putting yourself out there for friendship it's really not easy. You feel very exposed and very, very vulnerable, and you feel like, does this feel a little desperate? But you know what? Like, we need community. So
It's so
if you're
important.
putting, it's so important. It's so important for you to have people to cheer you on, to check on you, or just somebody that you can message to be like, hey, like, I'm really struggling right now. You know what I mean? And so you just have to be brave about it. And again, like, give yourself patience. Like, if the person is like not super opening up yet, that's fine. Like, don't write it off just because it's not instant.
I also will say you just need one person.
Yeah.
The difference that like one bestie will make
Yeah.
is huge. They always say as you age, your circle gets smaller. And it's true. You choose who you let in, and there's a lot going on. The older you get, it gets busy. And so
Yeah.
keeping multiple relationships alive is very difficult. We've discussed this in the past. But yeah, I think also, I don't know how else to say this, but you have to pray. You have to pray for
Yeah.
friends. It's very weird to pray for friends when you're in your 30s, but it's something that you have to do.
I prayed for friends.
When?
I prayed for friends in the pandemic. I
Okay.
felt, I mean, who didn't, right? But coming out of the pandemic, it was like, God just, He just answered those things for me. Like, out of the pandemic, I had Janina.
Yeah.
And Janina feels like a sister to me now. And then literally last year in Ia's wedding, I became close to Dre, who's been in my life forever. And I've literally known her since we were in grade school. But now there's like a deeper connection that was not there before. And we have both talked about this. We were not fans of each other. We were like, she's a little bit much, but we
Yeah.
were saying the same thing about each
Each
other.
other. Yeah.
Also, like, in the industry, I have Janina with me, and she goes with me to events, and I go with her to events. And I've always have it's hard, you go to these events and there's so many people there. There are groups of people already, you know what I mean? And sometimes you're just by yourself. And also now, like, it's made me comfortable in just going with, like, myself,
Yeah.
and just talking to people and coming up to people and saying, hi, how are you? Oh, nice to see you again.
To our listener who's asking, for me, I obviously, when you become a mom, it really is the play dates, the play groups. Maybe you can reach out, or you can be the one to initiate play dates,
Yeah.
and going out of your way to meet at the same place, the same time. there are days when being alone is very helpful because you just need to decompress from the stress of motherhood. But there are days when you just need to be with an adult, not a child.
Yeah,
And you
that's
just
true.
need to talk to them about something other than the song your toddler is listening to.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're talking to your toddler or your baby, or in her case, I think I'm assuming one and a half yung baby niya, you're not
Yeah.
talking. I remember that stage with Tyler was hard because during the pandemic, we were just at home. So, naalala ko, inaantok ako. Inaantok ako
Yeah.
sometimes. Like when Nico would be in meetings and I would be the one watching Tyler, I'd be
Yeah,
so
because what
sleepy.
else are you
We
gonna
didn't have a
say?
yaya. Yeah, what else are you gonna say? They can't watch TV at this time. You can only listen to so many songs. They can't play with toys because they are basically just kind of there. Like, ganun lang sila. So, antok
Yeah.
na antok ako. Like, trying to keep my mind
Yeah, and then your body's
alert.
recovering.
Exactly. So, mahirap talaga. So, buti na lang, it's not the pandemic anymore and she can go out and see friends and make friends. It's hard. It's very, very hard. Every stage has its own unique challenges. Although a
Yeah.
year and a half is a beautiful age because they're not ano pa, they're not running off on their own. So you're like,
Yeah.
they're baby pa. It's fun. It's amazing. But again, pag kayo lang nasa bahay, wala kang kausap talaga. So that's why
Yeah.
you need to find somebody, usually the moms that gave birth the same time as you. Speaking of mother, you need to what? Okay, go, Baba. Okay.
There she goes.
I don't know why he has to announce to me that he needs to pee.
He just
Okay.
wants to let you know.
But usually the moms that gave birth the same time as you,
Yeah.
those are the ones that you can really connect with because you have the same milestones and the same
Yeah.
experiences. So I pray that you find a mom friend that is, yes, anak. Okay. Where's your papa? I pray that you find a mom friend who understands you not just as a mom but as a person,
Yeah.
and that you're going to be able to connect, and I guess it's going to be a new friendship that's formed the way I have had so many beautiful mom friendships. If you want to send in something, it's Bea and Nica TSA podcast at gmail.com. Kayang-kaya
And
nyo yan. Even if you're
and follow us on our socials.
follow us on our socials. Even if you're not a mom, maybe you're also having a hard time making friends. You
Yeah.
guys can do it. You guys can do it. You can definitely go
You're
out of your
capable
way. You're
beings.
capable, and it's not cringe. It's not cringe at all to put yourself
Mm-mm.
out there, to introduce yourself. Thanks so much for listening, guys. And send in more topics. We actually have a couple lined
A couple
up.
more, yeah.
Yeah, and we hope that we can get to all of them. We are also approaching our 1 year anniversary for
Our
the Sister app.
anniversary.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be so crazy. Thank
What a year it's been
thank
talaga.
you. Thank you to everybody that have been here. Thank you if you have been here since episode 1. O,
One.
diba? Nag-away pa kami
Yeah.
para sa podcast na to. Tigil na
Yes.
natin to, guys. All right. Thank you.
Bye,
Good night.
everyone. Good
Bye.
night.
It's nighttime
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
Nico.
Good day.